Cells are the basic units of life. Every living thing, from tiny bacteria to humans, is made up of cells. There are two main types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells, like those in bacteria, are simpler and do not have a nucleus. Eukaryotic cells, found in plants and animals, have a nucleus and other specialized structures called organelles. These organelles perform different functions. For example, mitochondria provide energy, and chloroplasts in plants help in making food through photosynthesis. Cells also have a life cycle. They grow, divide, and sometimes die in a process called apoptosis. By studying cells, scientists understand more about health, disease, and life itself. This exploration is vital for medical advances and biological knowledge.
Genetic engineering is a powerful tool in biology that allows scientists to change the genes of organisms. Genes are like instructions that tell living things how to grow and behave. By altering these genes, we can develop crops that resist diseases, create medicines, and even solve some genetic disorders. However, this technology raises important ethical questions. Is it right to modify living things? Could there be unexpected consequences? As we explore genetic engineering, we must balance the benefits with the potential risks. It's essential to have open discussions and make decisions that respect nature and human values. This field is not just about science, it's about shaping our future responsibly and thoughtfully.
Evolutionary biology is the study of how life on Earth has changed over time. It explains why different living things, like plants, animals, and bacteria, look and behave the way they do. One key idea in evolutionary biology is natural selection, which was discovered by Charles Darwin. This idea says that creatures better adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. Over many generations, this leads to changes in species. Another important concept is genetics, which is about how traits are passed from parents to their children through genes. Evolutionary biology also uses fossils to understand ancient life forms and how they evolved. By studying these changes, scientists can learn about the history of life and predict how it might change in the future. This field helps us understand the diversity of life on our planet.
Welcome to the fascinating world of biology, where we explore the tiny building blocks of life called molecules. Molecules are groups of atoms bonded together, and they are essential for everything that happens in our bodies. For example, DNA is a molecule that carries our genetic information, telling our bodies how to grow and function. Proteins, another type of molecule, do important jobs like helping to build our muscles and fight off illnesses. By understanding these molecules, scientists can develop new medicines, improve health, and even help solve crimes through DNA analysis. Each discovery in molecular biology helps us understand more about life itself and how we can protect and enhance it.
Welcome to the fascinating world of ecosystems, where different forms of life connect and depend on each other. An ecosystem can be as large as a forest or as small as a pond. In every ecosystem, plants, animals, and microorganisms interact with their environment, including the air, water, and soil. These interactions form a network that supports life through food chains and nutrient cycles. Plants, using sunlight, create energy through a process called photosynthesis. Animals depend on plants for food, and predators eat other animals. Decomposers like fungi and bacteria break down dead matter, returning nutrients to the soil. This cycle keeps the ecosystem balanced. Understanding ecosystems helps us appreciate how delicate these networks are and the importance of protecting them.
Bacteria are tiny organisms, usually just a few micrometers in size, that exist almost everywhere on Earth. They can be found in soil, water, and even inside the human body. Despite their small size, bacteria play a huge role in the environment. They help in breaking down nutrients, recycling them back into the ecosystem. Some bacteria are beneficial to humans, aiding in digestion and producing vitamins in our gut. However, not all bacteria are friendly. Pathogenic bacteria can cause diseases, ranging from mild skin infections to serious conditions like pneumonia. Scientists study bacteria to understand their properties, how they affect our health, and how we can use them to our advantage, such as in making medicines. Understanding bacteria is crucial for medicine, agriculture, and even combating pollution.
Viruses are tiny organisms that can only reproduce inside the cells of a host. They are much smaller than bacteria and can cause various diseases, from the common cold to more serious illnesses like COVID-19. Viruses spread in several ways, including through air, direct contact, and contaminated surfaces. When a virus enters your body, it hijacks your cells to make more viruses. This can damage or kill the cells, leading to symptoms of the disease. Our immune system fights against viruses through white blood cells and antibodies. Vaccines are important because they prepare our immune system to recognize and fight specific viruses without causing the disease. Understanding how viruses work helps scientists develop better treatments and vaccines to protect us.
Genetics is the study of how traits are passed from parents to their children through genes. Genes are tiny parts of cells that act like instructions for making and maintaining a living organism. Every human has thousands of genes made of DNA, a substance that carries genetic information. When a baby is born, it inherits genes from both its mother and father, which is why you might have your mother's eyes and your father's hair color. This process is called heredity. Genetics also explains why certain diseases are more common in some families. By studying genetics, scientists can develop better treatments and even prevent some diseases. This field of science helps us understand the great diversity in the natural world and how organisms change over time. Biology is the study of life and living organisms. One key area in biology is understanding where different species come from, which is explored in evolution. Evolution explains how species change over time due to genetic changes and natural selection. Another important concept is taxonomy, the system used to classify and group species. This system helps scientists organize and understand the diversity of life. Species are grouped based on shared characteristics into categories like family, genus, and species. For example, humans belong to the genus Homo and species Sapiens. By studying these classifications and evolutionary histories, biologists can learn how different life forms are related and how they have adapted to their environments. This knowledge is crucial for fields like medicine, conservation, and ecology.
Reproductive biology is the study of how living organisms produce offspring. This process is essential for the survival of species. In humans and many animals, reproduction involves the fusion of a male sperm and a female egg. This creates a new organism. Plants also reproduce, often using pollen to fertilize other plants. There are two main types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. Sexual reproduction requires two organisms to create diversity in offspring. Asexual reproduction involves only one organism, creating an exact copy, or clone. Key terms include genes, which are DNA parts that determine traits, and chromosomes, structures that organize DNA in cells. Understanding reproductive biology helps us grasp how life continues and evolves.
The immune system is like a superhero team inside your body, protecting you from harmful invaders like bacteria and viruses. It has different parts, including white blood cells, antibodies, and the lymphatic system. White blood cells are the soldiers, fighting off germs. Antibodies are special proteins that recognize and attack invaders. The lymphatic system is a network of vessels that carry a fluid called lymph, which contains immune cells. When germs enter your body, the immune system quickly responds to defend you. It can remember past invaders, making it faster to fight them if they come back. This amazing system keeps you healthy by making sure only the good stuff stays in your body and the bad stuff gets kicked out.
Our brains are fascinating and complex organs made up of billions of cells, called neurons. These neurons communicate through electrical signals, allowing us to think, feel, and move. The brain is divided into different parts, each with a specific function. For example, the cerebrum controls thinking and emotions, the cerebellum handles balance and coordination, and the brainstem manages basic life functions like breathing. Neurotransmitters are chemicals that help transmit signals across neuron connections. Understanding how these parts work together helps scientists discover more about learning, memory, and behavior. By studying the brain, we can also learn how to treat diseases like Alzheimer's and depression. This exploration into our brain's biology not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also advances medical science. Biology is the study of life, exploring how living things function and evolve. Our bodies are made up of various parts, each with a specific role. Cells are the basic units of life, grouping together to form tissues. Tissues combine to create organs like the heart or lungs, each performing essential tasks. Our body systems, such as the digestive or respiratory system, work together to keep us alive and healthy. Evolution plays a key role in shaping these systems. It involves changes in our genetic material over generations, helping organisms adapt to their environments. Understanding biology helps us know more about our bodies, how we are connected to other living things, and how to care for our health.
Biology is the study of life. It helps us understand the complex systems that make up our bodies and how they work. Our bodies are made of cells, the smallest unit of life. These cells combine to form tissues, which then create organs like the heart or lungs. Each organ has a special function. For example, the heart pumps blood, while the lungs bring oxygen into our bodies. Our bodies also have systems, such as the digestive system, which breaks down food into energy, and the nervous system, which sends messages to and from the brain to control the body. By studying biology, we learn how these parts work together to keep us healthy and how to care for them. This knowledge is essential for doctors, nurses, and all health-related professions.
Biology is the study of life and living organisms. One key aspect is understanding how organisms get and use energy. All living things need energy to grow, move, and reproduce. This energy mainly comes from the sun. Plants capture sunlight using a process called photosynthesis, converting light energy into chemical energy stored in sugars. Animals then eat plants or other animals to obtain this energy. During digestion, the chemical energy in food is transformed into a form cells can use, called ATP. ATP powers almost all activities in cells. The entire flow of energy from the sun to organisms forms a cycle essential for life on Earth. Understanding this energy flow helps us appreciate how deeply connected all life forms are.